Okay, so I'm a little more into the book now. Not too far, much more than where I was. But so far, after the girl reveals that Flavia asked too many questions, she also quickly reveals that she is in on the secret spy organization thing that Flavia and her family are in on. Or Flavia. Fuck, I can't say her name right. Flavia is in on. And the two quietly communicate to each other that no one is to be trusted, but she's in on the inside of this. And the girl's name is Grimly, by the way. Grimly, the G, Grimly. And after that, Flavia realizes she needs to get into contact with Collingwood, the girl that was with her in the room when the body was discovered, and she's now being kept in the medical hospital part of the school because she is quote-unquote under shock and has kind of lost her mind. Flavia feigns sickness to get in on the school hospital, realizes that Collingwood is being drugged the entire time by the school nurse, and fixes up a potion basically to get her to vomit out the nastiness inside of her, and then proceeds to go to her room and writes down a list of suspects. And so for this part, I'm just going to read from the book itself and and this will definitely tie into what's going on. So here we go. Students: Bowles, June, Jumbo. Senior girl, seems an alright type, dabbles in the occult. Brasenose Mater, Clarissa, has been missing since the night of the Beaux Arts Ball 2 years ago in 1949. Brasenose Minor, Mary Jane, frightened by the message of the Ouija board. Queries: A. Why would she believe that the board was spelling out a message from the missing Larmachand? B. Why was she convinced that the message one of you knows the killer was coming instead from her missing sister? Collingwood, Patricia Ann, impetuous, keeps notes on the missing girls, claims to have known the body in the chimney. She is now too terrified to speak. Who is keeping her drugged, and why? Murky waters here. Fabian, Nordic remote, mysterious, sells cigarettes. Grimly, Jimbo's handmaiden, tells me not to trust anyone. Goes to great lengths to appear a cretinous, but it has perhaps the highest IQ of the entire school. Present company accepted, of course, minus somewhere north of 137, so I don't know. Druce, school bully, reads lips. Pinkham, ratted on Collingwood to Miss Falthorn for keeping a notebook on the missing girl. She believes Miss F to be responsible, must question her. Scarlet, Amelia, claims she was Brasenose Major coming on the laundry last night, and yet Brasenose Major has been dead or missing since the night of the Beaux Arts Bar 2 years ago. June, see above. Trout, Druce's toady, small, blonde, and nervous. Spilled the Ouija board. Reason? Must question her. Faculty and staff: Falthorn, Miss Headmistress, Mentor, and Tormentor. Hardly know what to make of her. Bannerman, Mildred, chemistry majors, mistress, acquitted of murderess. Wizard chemist, an excellent teacher. Assist police from time to time. DuPont, Miss, French, mistress, Lanida. Fitzgibbon, matron, former school nurse, has access to drugs. Kay, the missing key holder. Still need to find out who, or she is. Marge and Sal, laundresses. Moat, Miss, science mistress, Medusa in a wheelchair, and like that Gorgon, all head and no body. Puttycup, Miss, games mistress. Rainsmith, Ryerson, chairman of the board of guardians, and despicable milquetoast, at least when it comes to Rainsmith Dorsey, his wife. Enough said. Reads lurid detective stories, though. Sorry. Next page. And this is just the narrative itself, Flavia talking. So there it was, my cast of characters, my dramatis personae, like the heroes, the villains, and the bit players, and with their exits and entrances. All listed neatly on the first page of a play by Shakespeare. Was there a killer among them? Of course, my list did not include Inspector Gravehurst or his assistant, Sergeant LaBelle. It was probably safe enough to discount these two as suspects, but I added them for the sake of completeness. And as Uncle Tarquin Deleuze once wrote in the margin of one of his many notebooks of chemical experiments, consider also the container. Alright, skipping a little bit. At this point, it says, the bell did not clang, the whistle did not blow, the penny did not drop until I got to Scarlet, Amelia. Laundry. Scarlet claimed to have seen Clarissa Brasenose, or a ghost, coming out of the laundry just last night. Although my middle fingers were tickling the belly at the thought in the same way that Brokey Milkwood tickled the throat. He approached an RS state, could not quite grasp it. Scarlet and Amelia laundry. Part of the technique was... Also, I had to force myself to consider Johann... Laundry. The word poked its head out and Lisa seen it. Yaru wanted to shout. Laundry. It wasn't that Scarlet had been Brasenose coming major out of the laundry. No, that wasn't it at all. It was that Scarlet had been awarded a prize for washing and ironing, a little silver-plated mangle. Had Clarissa Brasenose also been presented with the silver award, a small, tarnished little creature with wings that was at this very moment burning a hole in my pocket? I reached in and fished it out, shivering a little at the very thought of where it had been and what it had been through. I promise this is going to make sense in a second. I examined it again through my magnifying glass, this time more carefully. As I had noticed the first time, it seemed to have wings and a face, but the thing was so tarnished that it had difficulty to make out the details. Gruesomely suggestive, though, of a fallen angel that had struck the earth at blazing speed, of an aviator whose parachute had fallen open. At the top of its head was a tiny perforation, as if it was a string or ring of pastor had been worn around the neck. A medallion, a religious charm, an angel. No, an archangel. Saint Michael, the archangel. Archangel. The chain of deductions came as quickly as that. So, she has finally kind of started to unravel some things here, and understands that there's more going on than meets the eye, and almost had forgotten the thing that she pocketed off the corpse of the girl that Collingwood knew. So that's what's happening so far in As Chimney Sweepers Come to Dust. I'm still about halfway through the book, but I've gotten a little further, and already some things have come to light. Most interesting of all, though, is Collingwood is so shocked and in a state of hysterical grieving for her dead friend that she won't even reveal what she knows to Flavia. And Flavia, honestly, at this point, realizes she's going to have to figure this stuff out herself. And so now she's trying to make mental deductions. She's going through all the characters. Another reason I read that is because I have a terrible memory when it comes to characters' names and who's who, and I can tell you the general role in the story, but I'm bad at being like, oh, this is that character, and this is what they do in the story. But yeah, that's what's going on so far. Flavia is deep in it now. She's trying to figure out what's going on, and also trying to figure out why they were keeping Collingwood drugged. Was it from some nefarious purpose, or was it to simply keep her sane after the shock she'd been through? Well, I'll have to keep reading and find out, and I'll do another video later on as I get a little more through it. So, I will see you guys later. I appreciate you watching. Bye.